Hello everybody, my name is Zalrok, and welcome to the table. I hope you all enjoy your stay. I wish my camera would just, stay. I wish when I say apply, it stayed that way. That'd be great. How's everyone doing? Hey Tria, Happy New Year. I hope your day has been better than mine. How's it going? It's a new year, what can I say? What can I say? Outside of, hey, it's a day that exists. What kind of resolution am I going to try doing? I don't know. I'm too chaotic for those. I just do things. Probably not dying. I don't know, not dying sounds like a good idea. There we go. I actually should make it full screen, so it doesn't actually cut out on people's long sentences. I'm dropping frames like crazy, and I don't know why. Yeah, I never actually do resolutions. Yes, but I'm a little... I believe I'm midway through the story. I don't know how many total chapters there are. So if I did play it on stream today, I played... Let's see, how many hours did I play the game so far? Outside of pausing and looking things up. 50 hours? Yeah, 50 hours. The game has a maximum of 120 levels for your characters. So there's quite a bit of stuff. Turn down my mic volume just a bit. Saw it go into the red and I was like, oh dear. Ziki, for Final Fantasy 15, I am on chapter 9. I completed Outer Worlds because you actually have to get near the end game to do all 3 Parvati quests. So I also did the DLC because you have to do the DLC before you do the end game quest. Oh, I'm 3/5 through? I don't know. I never played the game before, so how would I know that? I don't know how many chapters there are. And I'm not, even though the game was ported over to PC quite a bit ago, after being console exclusive, I'm not about to look up information I didn't care about knowing when it was on console. Because I wanted to play it myself, and form my own opinion. I'm dropping frames like fucking crazy, and I don't know why. I kind of figured that, considering it does have like a new game plus option, as far as I'm aware. A lot of Japanese RPGs have new game plus options. And I also learned it also has separate episodes for each of the other characters inside of the main group. But they do contain spoilers to the story. If you play them during before you do certain parts of the story, so I know Gladios is the first episode you do, because he actually leaves the group a little early before you lose your car. And the other guys leave later in the story, a little later than I currently am at now. So and of course I have episode Arden, which is kind of a pre-thing. I don't know his shtick. And I'll probably save that for post-game. I know episode Ignis is for way after I'm where I am. So I'm not going to play that until I get to where his point in the story is. At least in the main game story. And apparently there's a multiplayer mode called Comrades. Evening. How are you doing? We're just discussing some Final Fantasy 15 right now. I almost have almost have 1,000 dropped frames for stupid reasons that I don't know why. Probably should just murder my wallpaper because I know that uses up. But I know it's disconnected from the main story because I was reading a guide somewhere, well, on Steam. But you do get to meet some of those characters in the main game if you get far enough. As far as I'm aware, though. Far as I'm aware. You know what? I've been thinking about my own streams, and I don't know if Zal with a face makes it more enjoyable for people to watch. Like, do I just get rid of? Well, apparently you could do comrades solo, but it's recommended with at least 2 people, so as far as I'm aware. I haven't really got into it, but I don't really want to. I don't like playing multiplayer in a single player game. Which is why I never really got in when Mass Effect 3 was really popular. I never played the multiplayer part of the game because apparently you had to do that 100% in order to get the perfect ending. And I was like, nope, fuck that. I don't care. Especially when I had a crappy internet connection when I had it on console. It's like, nope, fuck that. I give 0 shits about that. I don't know what You know what, maybe I'll play a game today, or maybe I'll just chat with you guys for the next bit. Next hour or so. How are you doing, Profane Priestess? Sorry if I don't know who you are off the top of my head. My memory is kinda garbage. So, and again, that's what happens when you have clinical depression. I get to make fun of myself, okay? This is a self-mockery stream, I'm kidding. Yeah, you are the Warframe pugger. You go off into games of randoms. Which I sometimes go into games of randoms, and that was just for Orphix Venom. Also, speaking of Warframe, I'm not gonna go get into playing that on stream. It's not actually an RPG. I'm an RPG channel, and Warframe isn't an RPG. It has elements. I'll get that. It will get to level up and shit. But not a game I'm gonna be playing on stream. I have no interest in streaming Warframe. Ooh, Zephyr Prime? What? That's cool. I know I bought Volt Prime for like around 170 plat. It was way cheaper than buying the individual parts, doing it that way. Getting it as a set was awesome. Not sure what series I want to restart again. Do I do a Reedfall game? Do I do Phoenix Point on stream? Maybe. I don't know. Do I try redoing Pillars of Eternity? I don't know. I have so many games that I kind of don't know what to do. Probably or not really. 7 Days to Die. I didn't really think 7 Days to Die was all that popular, honestly. So, that. I mean, I could probably get into, like, Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. And Baldur's Gate 2. What with Baldur's Gate 3 coming in. But Dragon sounds interesting. And sorry about me yawning, I'm just kind of semi-tired. Like, this will probably be the shortest stream of 2020 I've ever had. Because of that. I don't think I'm all that very entertaining when I'm tired. But that's just me. Then again, I don't think I'm entertaining to begin with. Thanks, Tria. I'll take you at your word. I just have a... Well, is it imposter syndrome? Or is it just all the abuse I had? Both. 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 I believe you're correct, Ziggy. Imposter syndrome, it has been linked to abuse. So yeah. Same as GID. Then again, a lot of things are linked to abuse, so yeah. Oh, Ziggy, I see that you have a Twitch Prime. Then again, you probably already used it to sub to Dragon, so. So that's fair. But if you want to sub, I don't know who Ray is. That's probably on me, but then again, I don't watch a lot of Twitch. Well, if you throw $5 at me, that would actually help. I do this as a hobby, however. I'm not really in it for the money, I'm just here to make people happy. That's kind of my thing. As long as I could make someone have a good day, that's all I really care about. Hello there, and welcome to the table. The nominal lass. And you know what? That alert made me realize I don't have the animation on the screen, which would probably be a good thing. Let's change. Let's go here. I will copy this. Go back to Facecam. And paste it. There we go. Poor Elmer. He's had such a fucked up year. I am freaking exhausted. I'll probably stream for like another 6 minutes, but I don't think I'm gonna be streaming for longer than that, especially when I've had like so many drop frames. That's annoying as heck. I really want to get a green screen. Oh dear. That's not good at all. You know what? I want to get my own studio too, but for that, I need to get my own house. And that's a separate issue entirely. Yes. English. Language I can speak. Sometimes. Thank you for the follow, Alana. That was nice of you. Well, I'm part Slavic. Well. Yeah, part Slavic. Was Ukrainians also Slavic? I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm like, that would mean I'm like 2/3 Slavic? Polish, Ukrainian, Hungarian. Norwegian. Am I forgetting the two from the British Isles? Irish. Welsh. Yeah, there we go. I don't know, it was just a thing I learned when I still lived with my parents. Even have a coat of arms? You know, with the helmet and everything. It's like I don't remember it. The Ukrainian side of my family moved to Canada before the Russian Revolution. Yeah, before the Russian Revolution. Like a year or so before. And apparently I'm also... And my Welsh side of the family were also supposedly related to Merlin, the wizard. As well as apparently related to... Who's that guy in that movie that they do entirely historically incorrect? That guy. I think it was Braveheart? Yeah, that guy. And also apparently I'm related to one side of that old feuding family that's no longer feuding. I believe it was the McCoys. They're Irish, right? One of the two. It was either the McCoys or the Hatfields, whichever one of them that's Irish. I don't remember. Also, who... I mentioned Braveheart. I think that was the movie with that guy. I think I'm a McCoy. I don't remember. I don't know. The amount of... No, not the actor, the guy that Mel Gibson played. And was entirely historically... non-historically done. That guy. William Wallace. There we go. Then again, that's... Yeah, William... Also, you spelt Wallace incorrectly. There's no I in Wallace. It's an A. There we go. But then again, that's because my half-sister's dad, who isn't my dad, because my mom was with that dude first and then left him and married my dad, was a Wallace. So I'm only partially related to William Wallace because of my half-sister and not genetically. That's all I'm trying to say. You know what? I probably should fix that because he is hiding his comments. I should have refilled my bottle when I had the chance. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that kind of thing, Tria. If you don't give consent to it, they shouldn't do it. Which I always found annoying. Well, Ziggy, it's a cult. Being a loony is a separate issue. At least in my opinion. You could be the sanest person in the world and still be in a cult. Against your will, mind you. Which is the dumbest thing in the world. That's just me. I've already had like over 2,000 fan drops and I have zero idea what's causing that. Which is annoying. I agree with Priya. And I believe I'm gonna do some Rime of the Frost Maiden this Sunday. I don't really know. I don't know. I'm not really feeling into it. I'm not really feeling into DMing anymore. I don't know. 2 weeks is kind of difficult to try and read through a module, get everything down pat before you start. Especially with my crap memory. I have just so many things. I have so many ideas I want to do. And then so many different things that I also just want to do. Like I've around 78 games. Some of them I've already played before. A lot of them I want to show off on stream and play with people on here. And just do. D&D takes a lot out of me, because if it hasn't been noticed, I hate talking. A lot. And DMing is like the... what's the word? For people who are more social than I am. I'm pretty antisocial. And like Ziggy said, you have to be a showman. I'm not personally all that much of a showman. Like, I try to be a showman, but it's outside my comfort zone. If you get what I mean. It's not a thing I like doing. Yeah, Ziggy, I hate attention. At the same time, I had to get a lot of attention to become an affiliate. And that was hard as fuck. It was hard to be able to get out of my comfort zone and get into it. And that was fun. That was a fun aspect of that. But I'm not a fan of it. Ziggy, I know that you can probably get like some fantasy stuff from what Humble Bundle. I think there's some soundtrack, some music, and or audio you can get there from them. So I mean, Tria, you did say that you would do the next session like in the middle of this month, so it should be fine. The thing about Twitch's DMCA claims is that they don't even give you a way to dispute it. So it's really annoying, which is why I'm just using like a collection of Epidemic sound and the Humble Bundle tracks I bought. which ought to help me avoid DMCAs. So yeah. I think I'll probably... You know what? I'm a little less tired now that I've actually been streaming for 42 minutes. Yeah, I know, I noticed that. I was like... There's people who are just singing their own songs that they create. And they get DMCA'd. Like, what the fuck, Twitter? I mean, Twitch? Yeah, what the fuck, Twitch? Your shit shorted. Really fucking stupid. Really fucking annoying. Holy fucking... You know what? I really should just make a poll of 4 games. And, you know what? I really want to do Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning. Dragon is currently doing it right now. And I don't think my way of playing would be all that entertaining. And again, I already have VODs on my YouTube channel of the original game. So, if people want to watch me play that, they could always just watch my... You know what, Tria? You're right. I shouldn't worry about what other people are doing. As long as I have fun and other people are having fun watching me have fun with the game. There's a better reality where I didn't have clinical depression and a lot of other issues. That'd be great. That'd be amazing, actually. I don't think that's possible. Yeah, I shouldn't say that because it could be reality where I'm not that. Then again, that would also have to include a reality where I wasn't abused by my fucking parents. Also, a little bit of a funny story. I think this is fine to say this because I'm not gonna say my brother's name or anything. But my brother decided to text me and call me around Christmas. And I was like, you know what, bro? And I was asleep when he called and texted me. I was like, you know what? I don't like your random calls. You're trying to do this thing where you're saying, I'm sorry for all the shit I put you through, doll. And it's like, you know what? You don't deserve forgiveness. Why do you deserve forgiveness? Because you turned to Jesus? Because you're trying to be a better person? Supposedly? Yeah, no, fuck you. I don't care about you. Locked. Stay away from me. Leave me alone. You don't deserve my time. He's also saying, "Oh hey, I wonder if you found someone." It's like, go the fuck away. That was one of the last straws. It's like, oh, fuck you. Well, Tria, I'm like half of that equation. So, like, yes, the whole bullshit where apparently you need to find someone to be whole. I see that in enough stupid Hollywood movies. Don't need that for myself. Fuck off. Okay, for this specific song, it needs to be a little louder for people to hear it. So anyway, I'm just gonna give a list of game names and see what you guys can say which ones you wanna see for this year. Because I'll stream them and play them to completion on stream because I at least wanna finish a game on stream. More than one game this year. Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition, Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen, Enderal, and Pillars of Eternity. That's nice for Felvar. Pillars of Eternity is a isometric RPG. Created by Obsidian Entertainment and published by Paradox Interactive. It is one of their isometric RPGs. The other one is Tyranny, and they have Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire, where you're essentially a captain on a pirate ship. At least I think so. I never played Pillars of Eternity 2. I have played Tyranny, where it is an isometric RPG, where you are where instead of being the good guy, well, starting out as the good guy, you play as a herald of the big bad evil guy inside of that game's universe. And you can basically either continue serving the big bad evil guy, or you can go and completely fuck him over. Play what? Alana Pillars of Eternity? I believe you mean Pillars of Eternity. I think so, anyway. Okay, because, I was going by the context clues, so often unless people explicitly tell me what they mean, I don't know what the heck they're saying. I'm one of those, I need context, please give it to me, don't just say this and expect me to know what you're talking about. Yeah, well, I know what you were talking about, Tria. You were like, you had this question mark, and then play that, and yeah. I figured what you meant. Also, that's 2 votes. Well, 2. I don't know if Ziggy wants me to play Pillars of Eternity, or if he'd even like that game. I'll probably play... Yeah, the way that you do the start of the game for character creation is very unique. I enjoyed it. So, I think I'll restart Pillars of Eternity. Especially when, if I have an audience for it, I can go, okay, ask them, what race should I do? What class should I do? What kind of build should I go for? That kind of thing. I think it's more entertaining that way. What should I name this character? Etc. So that'll be a good way to do it. Probably not tonight, though. Probably not tonight. Well, Tria, tonight I decided to do it at 6:30. I normally do it at 6, but we were both watching Luciana's stream and I didn't want to just miss it. Or miss the end of it. So, I was having too much fun there. Listening to talking about Pathfinder. It was very great. Learned about Pathfinder lore, which was very interesting. I didn't know any of that before. I think I'm going to end around 7:30. Yeah, you weren't. You know what? This is just me, Alana. But I played both Path of Exile and Pillars of Eternity. So when I see PoE, I kind of just mix the two up. But I understand you're talking about Pillars of Eternity, so that's fine. Plains of Eidolon. Ziggy, that's not a game, that's an open world area in Warframe. This is what happens when a bunch of gamers just talk about video games. If a video game has the same acronym, it means, without any context, it means the same thing. Well, it means different things to different people, depending on what kind of games you're playing. Like, Path of Exile is a Diablo-like? It's no problem. Don't worry about it. Path of Exile is like Diablo. In fact, I believe people from Diablo 2 helped make it. I'm not entirely sure. And then there's Pillars of Eternity, which is not a Diablo-like, but is more in line with Path of Exile and D&D. So there's all that. At least in terms of RPGs on an isometric scale. Which, for people who don't know what isometric means, is the top-down perspective. This is if people watch the VOD later and don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Not so much for people who are gamers and know what I'm talking about. This actually needs to be turned down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, when I was DMing Curse Strahd for like a little bit, the map for Ravenloft, especially for the outer areas, just really hard to read. Like, where the fuck is this section? It doesn't say anywhere. Well, what the fuck? Yeah, 45-degree angle camera. And also little dots when you right-click for your characters to move. Which is kind of the same for Divinity, Original Sin 1 and 2. Same isometric map design, but made by a completely different company. Isometric RPGs aren't like Well, the design of it isn't exclusive to any single company. As well as Neverwinter Nights. Well, the single player RPG, not the MMO. I actually played the single player RPG on stream, but got my ass handed to me by the by the first group of bandits for fun. Oh, that's cool, Ziggy. Hello, Rastafaris. How are you doing? We're just talking about nerd things, like isometric games and stuff. I've also had like over 2,000 dropped frames, and I have zero idea why. It's actively annoying to me. Super amazingly annoying. Wow, Tria, you've been a subscriber of mine for 9 months. Thank you very much. How are you doing, Rasta? How is Gunfire Reborn? I've never actually seen that game. Then again, I'm pretty sure by the title it's about guns. At least one would hope so. This game is known as Gunfire Reborn. No guns to be found, which would be really weird. It would also be false advertising, which is something some companies they like to do. Also talked about how much I got Final Fantasy 15, also known as Boy Band Simulator, and played the hell out of that so far. Already around 50 hours of it. I don't think I'll play on stream though. That's one of those games that requires a lot of grinding. As well as like its personal preference. If you enjoy their XP system and story, that's something people can get into themselves. I assume you mean change your username on here, Tria? Yeah, that copyright strike was bullshit, Ziggy. Especially when you're playing a game that other people have done. A looter shooter. Okay. It's like Borderlands in that aspect, or What's the animation style? Is it the shell shaded, or just far more cartoony? You know, I enjoyed Borderlands 1. Not so much 2, and never got into 3. Personally, not really into 1.5. Also, Tria, you mentioned something about Final Fantasy Legends. How's that so far? I don't know what Final Fantasy Legends is, as I've never played it. That makes sense. Like original Game Boy or Game Boy Advance? I think you mean like the Brick Boy, which is what I call the original Game Boy. Final Fantasy is known as the grinding simulator. So, Brick Boy. Okay. Yeah, the original Game Boy is what I call the Brick Boy because it's around that big and that wide, so. Yeah, Final Fantasy is one of those games where it's like you like it or you don't. That's cool. Slivers. You know what? I've never played World of Warcraft for that long. Let's see, what expansions did I actually get into? I believe I got into Cataclysm and the one before that. And after Cataclysm I just quit. And then for like a few months I played Classic and just stopped. Killing the Lich King was an achievement back in the day, as far as I'm aware. There was also that event they did. But lately I've been playing Genshin Impact, Final Fantasy 15, and a lot of other games. Warframe, some other games. I haven't been a prolific gamer last year due to personal reasons. The majority of the time, I would rather play on stream if I play a game, and just have a separate off stream save where I do other stuff. World of Warcraft Classic is a thing, but at the same time, it's like, eh. I'm also not a huge fan of them going to like level 120, and then their latest expansion makes you go to level crunch to 60, so. You know, Ziggy, I played Neo 1, and it's just so close to Dark Souls that I never really got into it. In fact, I'm not a huge Dark Souls fan. I don't know why. I just not a fan. Well, also with Warframe, they don't like fixing their own bugs. And the Titanfall aspect is only ever really if you have the Void Rigs. Well, the Necromechs. Because Void Rig is a specific Necromech. And then there's a Bone Widow, which is a different one. And, oh yeah, I also forgot to mention that I played Trials of Mana, which is pretty fun. I killed all 3 bosses, which means I did all 3 different character stories. Which is like, you have the main character, and then the second character is the companion to the other. And then you could have any side character you want as a third member of your party. I went and did everything. In fact, now I've been class 4 for like all 6 characters now, and about to kill the Dark Witch Annis for the 3rd time. That's pretty cool. Probably should fight her on the hardest difficulty, considering, but... as for the I know that they made a remaster of Secret of Mana on Steam, but as a lot of it was like, I could barely even start it because it defaults to controller controls for like a lot of the shit, and I didn't know what the fuck, how to change it to like PC controls. It was like, well, I'm just going to refund this because I can't play it. You know what? They've actually been updating the graphics by changing the graphics engine, the sound engine, the lighting engine. They're updating those right now to make the game smaller. They're also changing to DXX. To DX12. Was it Secret of Mana on Steam? I don't remember. Yeah, Secret of Mana is on Steam. For around $23. And it's a remake of the original game. And I believe Trials of Mana is a sequel to Secret, as far as I'm aware. Well, so with Warframe, it is known as Grind Frame for a reason. Considering it's like, hey, drop tables, blah blah blah. And also the dev team enjoy, like, instead of fixing the shit that's broken, they like, we want to fix stuff and add new content, and not fix stuff. At all. No. Well, they're changing the graphics engine, as far as I'm aware. It's a great in-smallening of Warframe. 4,000 dropped frames. I don't know why that's happening. Annoying. Farm frame, bug frame, yeah. Especially when the new blueprints for the new Warframe and his weapon are like really small percentages on the latest one. On the latest event. Which is better than Scarlet Spear. It's not as much of a buggy mess as that was. And anyway, I like playing Warframe because I get to kill things. So that's about it. I get to murder things. That's all I really care about. I don't really like older Warframe players will complain about, hey, these are all the things that they retconned. Because they like changing shit up with the story. And then forgetting about entire things that they added in their old updates and then never actually expanding on it. I hate to murder things. Well, apparently they're adding queen pins, which are supposed to be corpus liches. The new war is never coming. They'll just keep throwing events that allude to the new war and never actually finish it. We'll never get to kill Spaceman. Players War. We're the game testers now on a free-to-play game where you don't have to buy anything with plat. You just grind it out on an RNG system that makes 0 sense. If it was a single-player game that actually gave you guaranteed drops, that would have been better. But no. Well, actually, Ziggy, did you know that if you play an early access game, you're buying into being the bug tester? That's something I figured out early on. Well, Alana, just letting you know, in the server that we all share with Ziggy, myself, and Kriya, if you want help to get the Warframe you want, just ask. How is fishing broken, Ziggy? Because you just said out loud that it was broken. Could you expand on that a little bit, please? What frame? Also, what frame did you choose, Alana? No, there's no crossplay, unfortunately. So no, you'd have to get it on PC in order to play, Alana. That's the unfortunate part. Then again, considering you said you didn't get the correct frame and weren't all that far in, that's actually a benefit. Unlike other people who had to restart from scratch. All the way from like MR20. Yeah, and also what Rastafaria said, there is no correct frame, only how you play the Warframe. Because you can just go and fight the... You can just farm the parts you need for the frame you wanted in the beginning if you chose the wrong one. Or if you have the money, buy the plat. Also, that's dumb, Ziggy, because for when I played, that might be an individual instance for you being bugged out, because I know when I was fishing, I was able to press 1 and switch my rod out, and press 2 and switch my bait, and others, so that sounds really... It's a really bad. Because when Dragon, Princess, and Snail and I were on Deimos, I was able to switch my bait and everything. So that really sucks. Just like on Xbox, it should also be free to play. Well, it is free to play on PC. You'll just... And I don't know when you... I don't know when you did last the tutorial mission, but they did change things up, so... Oh dear. I hope it's just fireworks, Ziggy. Instead of, an actual explosion. Then again, Then again, fireworks or thunder are technically explosions, but I'm not. Then again, you do live in the part of. Why did their shed blow up? That sounds super unsafe. You know what? I'll accept that answer because that's something that I could actually see. I can see that. Well, Canadians aren't smart either. Then again, my whole adage is that people aren't smart. Well, that's just being a misanthropist. I gave up on giving hope to humanity a long time ago. I'm surprised that more people didn't die from COVID last year. Dark humor. Something you could always find here on Zalrok's Chaotic Adventures. Sure, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but unfortunately for me, it's how I cope. Or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. Alright. You know what? This is weird. Around an hour ago I said I would end the stream, but I've been having too much fun just talking with y'all. That's that. Female sort of roguey. I don't remember what the three frames they used for the tutorial. That might have been an older edition of the game? I don't know. Earlier update. I know they have Excalibur, Bolt, and no, Ziggy, they don't have Mesa in the tutorial. Don't remember. Yeah, if it was a few years ago, they don't have what you're thinking of. They don't have that. Let's see. I actually have to look it up what they have in the current tutorial. They have Excalibur, Bolt, and Meg. in the tutorial. Meg isn't really a stealth frame. But then again, any frame can be used for stealth. Some are just better than others at it. Also, Ziggy, that argument is really exclusionist. That's the word I wanted. Because you can be mentally ill and use dark humor. Hell, you could also not be mentally ill and use dark humor. It's not an exclusive thing to people with or without mental illness. People who use that saying, people who say that are no true Scotsmen named mentally ill people. I really fucking hate that. Before they added the first open world zone, before they had the Plains of Eidolon, that's a long time ago. Well, they added way more content since then, Lana. To say. A lot more content since then. Way more content. You know what? It's been around an hour and a half. I had fun talking with y'all. I know I stream way longer than Luciano. Because, you know, I streamed for like around 2 hours or so. But it didn't help that when I started I was tired as heck. I was tired, so. And it's my usual end point for when I stream at around 6 PM. So I will let y'all go. I hope y'all had a good time. I know I sure did. And I hope to see you next time on Zalrok's Chaotic Adventures. I'm your host, Zalrok Chaos. I hope to see you in the next time. Good night. I hope y'all roll a natural 20. Take care, and cheers.